What's up, SNA fans? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video, and this time it's All Elite Wrestling. This is the All Elite Wrestling Collision review video on April 27th. April 27, 2024, and yeah, this was a very decently good episode of the Saturday night show, and this is the first time I did back-to-back weeks with both AEW shows of Collision and Rampage being on Saturdays back to back, and then they're doing it back to back on 2 Saturdays in a row. So yeah, not only we're gonna have the AEW Collision review video tonight, but we're also gonna be talking about what exactly went down AEW Rampage on the Rampage review video. So make sure to continue to watch and to continue to stay tuned for for AEW content tonight on this very lovely Saturday, I guess you could say. Where I'm at is just stormy and rainy, but hopefully that can all change in the near future. But enough about the outdoor weather. Like, let's start off with the first match. Not first match, the first slide. But anyway, this is where we got Swerve Strickland in a promo segment, which some say this should have been an AEW Dynamite, and I absolutely agree on this. Even if he did wrestle on Dynamite, maybe they should have had him did some kind of a promo segment with him talking to the Jacksonville crowd and saying, like, I finally brought the AEW World Championship home, like, into his house, which is Swerve's house, to the fans that rooted for him to become the new AEW World Champion and the first ever African American wrestler to become the champion. Anyway, this is where the Prince Nano's like, ladies and gentlemen, I present you the man standing right in front of you, like, today, like, is the united one in professional wrestling. And the fans are like, yeah, he sure is. And then this is where we got Prince Nano's like, and is the man right in front of you today, like, is one hell of a wrestler. And then he then went on to a few names for him, like, in complimentary fashion onto the list. Is where he's like, and he's like, and then yeah, like who could be possibly better than the AEW World Heavyweight Champion himself, like Mr. Swerve Strickland. And then this is where Swerve Strickland then took over the microphone. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys that Prince Nana led the way when they entered the ring. Well, until Swerve Strickland had to take over, because he started swerving left and right, playing pinball right into the ramp right off, because you know how the ramp is. Like, it's very risky. If he does one wrong turn, they're gonna crash and possibly be the end of them. So Swerve Strickland took control on the wheel and then led over to the ring. But anyway, this is where he took over the microphone after Prince Nana did that praising promo onto his client Swerve Strickland. This is where the fans were chanting, "Whose house? Swerve house," and chanting, "Thank you, Swerve," as well. This is where then Swerve Strickland's like, "Thank you, guys," and then this is where Swerve Strickland. And this is where we we saw Swerve Strickland then went on the microphone. This is where he's like, yeah. And this is where he's like, yeah, like, I became the new AEW World Championship in the main event of Dynasty. But we also saw Willow Nightingale become the new TBS Women's Champion. And then we saw Adam Copeland, unfortunately, got missed it in the face by the House of Black leader Malachi Black. And then he lost to that man. And then Adam, and we saw some great news from Adam Cole. He can walk now, so I better keep an eye on him, because he could be my next challenger. Like, as soon as this Wednesday, like, who's gonna fight me for my title at Double or Nothing. And we also saw, and we got Bryan Danielson and Will Ospreay in a 5-star marquee match. Like, and then they were burning the house down. And then this is where he stopped. And this is where he stopped himself, like, until he finally said, he's like, then we had Jack Perry make his long 8-month away return. and this is where fans are booing, like, boo, we don't like that guy. Like he cost FTR the AEW World Tag Team Championship, and he cost CM Punk his job here, and also cost Tony Khan in the neck brace. Well, forget about the last one, but you get our point. This is where the Swerve Strickland was like now, like AEW, like and like they struck Tony Khan, like they receive, like oh, like they the. And then he's like, and they attacked him, and that's the same man who had put all his faith in me, like of winning the AEW World Championship. And then this is where fans are like, yeah, good point. Like they must be jealous that he had more dedication and what's that? Have more dedication and acknowledgement to you more than he does with them. So that's why they probably brutally assaulted the boss man of All Elite Wrestling. That's where we got this is where fans start booing, and this is where and then this is where we got Swerve Strickland was like, oh, you finally found. But anyways, this is where Swerve Strickland was like, we finally got the new AEW World Tag Champion, when we rephrase that, like the Young Bucks. And then this is where Swerve Strickland's like, and they like put him in a pile driver in the middle of this ring onto our boss, and then like now, unfortunately, he's on a neck brace. Well, that's in kayfabe, but this is where Swerve Strickland's like, and Tony. Tony Khan is no longer in healthy conditions. Like he's fighting his life for in the monster truck. Can you wait just a moment? Like we gotta find the little tablet. I'm not sure where it is. For you to play the game.
No, on the TV.
You need the Switch. You need the Switch tablet to play the game in order. You know where it is?
Yeah.
But anyway, this is where we got Swerve Strickland. Then continue on the mic. He was like, "Now listen, like I could." He was like, he said, like you know me, like I did some horrible things in this industry before, like, but I would never lay my hands on my boss, like himself, like under no circumstances, like the Young Bucks did to the owner of this company. But excuse me for a moment. But as what I was saying, this is where we got this is where it's like, and yeah, like I may have did bad things like in the past, like maybe once, twice, 3, 4, like heck, it could have been like a dozen thousand times that I didn't. But I don't know, something about like with the, and this where it's like so I don't know, like it don't sound right when wrestlers like beating down beating the beating a fighter, like beating up a fighter, or well, actually a non-fighter to this case, like of Tony Khan, like he, like that, I think that's a to be honest, I think that's a bitch move to me. Like that'll show that you're real deal, and you're man. And it is where fans start chanting bitch move, like bitch move, like because you never lay your hand on the boss. Like, especially when he's not competing in a match or trying to get physical with his employees for no reason, or whatever the case may be. His words were Strickland like, yeah, keep on going, like yeah, like it's true, like it is a B move. Yeah. I'll be right back. But anyways, yeah, fans were chanting this like when Swerve Strickland was like, yeah, but he's like, but let's get to the bit with the point and get to the most, which is the most important thing is that Swerve Strickland and now in the AEW Dynasty, like that he made history to be defeat Samoa Joe and then becoming your new All Elite Wrestling World Heavyweight Champion. And the fans like, yeah, we were very happy. We were rooting for you. We were hoping that you would win. This is where Swerve Strickland they could add on the mic. And it's always like, if I'm being completely honest, that there's people around here calling themselves like the best in the world. Like, and let's make no mistake, folks, the world best in the world is whoever holding this championship right here in this company, which I believe that's kind of like some kind of a cameo dig at WWE and the returning Chicago-made star of saying he's saying some people may call themselves the best in the world, but the true best in the world holding on to this championship and not any of the other two heavyweight championships in the company. Even though he did not make that clear of a dig at WWE with the championship, but he did with the wrestler that made the return about 5 months ago. That's in a feud with a certain Scotsman that won the world championship. Okay, back to the video. This is where we got then Swerve was like he was like, yeah, like I defeated Samoa Joe and it's Swerve Strickland, baby. Like, and this is where fans are cheering for him for saying it. And this is where it's like, and yeah, that's where it got me here by fighting. Like, but that guy came with some plenty of sacrifices. Like, and he's like, in the night that I won that this very championship around my way, like I went to my daughter, and then my oldest daughter and I, like, and then then this is where she said to my face that she said, "Dad, like I love you very much, and I'm so proud of you that you like it." And she was like, "Yeah, I just don't, I just feel like I just don't know you." And he was like, and then he's like, and that hit me to my core the most, like a race, like the being in a like and then the relationship with me and my children, like is very is very special to me because all the missed birthdays that I had to sacrifice and all the missed basketball day, dance recitals, holidays, all the above, like like and you just name it, like and I can't make up for lost time, like my baby girl. Like, but what I can do is to set the example of of placing as the place this AEW championship and make sure this is all worthwhile, like all those sacrifices that I had to miss, like those occasional events from my kids. And AEW like is set in front of me, like and I knock them all down from the past week. Like Kyle Fletcher was just one of those victims, and you know what I'm gonna do? Like I'm a like, and then this word's like, and you know what? Like I'm in a fighting mood tonight right now, so why not do an open challenge? And then believe who exactly accepted the challenge. And this was very surprising. Like, wow, like I did not expected them to do an open challenge, man. Maybe I should expect the unexpected. Like with Swerve Strickland don't have nothing else to do until AEW Double or Nothing. We're gonna figure that out this Wednesday on who's gonna be his next. Who's gonna be his challenger, his first challenger at his first pay-per-view title defense. And then this is where we saw him at his very first title defense match, like which was an open challenge. And yeah, you won't believe, yes, he was. It was none other than his fellow DLC member of Fight Forever and one of the members of the Blackpool Combat Club, Claudio Castagnoli. This is where he came out there. This is where with his music coming in with a very expensive and fancy suit on, looking like Shaw or what's his name? Like I forget his real name, but Shaw from the Fast and Furious series and the and was that in the Meg, I believe. He looked like that bald European guy. Like on the way he had the suit on. This is where Claudio Castagnoli starts spinning around Swerve Strickland. This is where he's like, well, Swerve, like since you gave an offer of being anybody that just steps in the ring first against you, like I will gladly accept, and you are on. And then this is where then he turned around. This is where he's about to. And this is where Claudio Castagnoli didn't turn his back, but this is where Swerve was like, okay, if that's the case, I guess I'll be seeing you later on tonight in the main event, like on whose house? And then this is where right before the fans start chanting Swerve's house, which they said anyway. This is where he snatched the microphone. Clark turned around, snatched the microphone on the Swerve. This is where then he was like, nope, it's not gonna be your house for long when I become the new All Elite World Champion soon enough. It's where Swerve Strickland's like, why would you do that to me? Like, you might as well give the microphone back to me because there's no way in hell that you're going to win this championship. And then this is where then Claudio was like it's gonna be my house. And then this is where he dropped the mic. This is where then he walked. This is where fans were sort of booing him, even not because they hate him, but it's because he's coming against Swerve Strickland with the AEW World Championship. And let me tell you, they definitely delivered, which did deserve #1 best match of the night on this show on AEW Collision. I'm getting on my opinion. This is where we saw a recap of Tony Khan of reinstating Jack Perry this past Wednesday until he got brutally attacked by him and the Young Bucks eventually by getting that double tombstone pile driver right onto him. Or what's that? No, the TK driver. That's what it's called. And this is where there's like, now we're taking control in AEW. And I was like if that was the case, like then y'all be having some kind of authority and taking over AEW if y'all the new bosses in town or the new sheriffs in town in this company. But it seems like that's probably not going to be the case until another few days. Like despite after this this video package, like but despite all this, I think there's going to be some kind of consequences for attacking the boss man himself. Which, like what you say in kayfabe perspective, like Swerve, you can agree with Swerve that's more of a B move. Like even like, and I'm saying in the initials trying to stay PG, even though the show's not really a PG rated show. But anyway, this is where we got the Bang 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 gang, who came out there to face Top Flight in Action Andretti in I believe a trios qualifier match or eliminator match, and I was saying you better not expect it's like Renee Paquette because I heard that she's not going to be making it tonight, and she's perhaps going to be taking a few nights off, which one of the reasons being the Switchblademan. But anyway, this is where we got the match started, like in this little qualifier match. This is where it started off with Jay White, I believe, and who else? Dante Martin with them grappling, but this is where Jay White pushes him. This is where he hits a shoulder tackle following that up. This is where we got Jay White then throw him in the upper right side. This is where he try to go for a knife edge chop. This is where we got Dante Martin then dodge out of it. This is where he started hitting strikes left, right, left, right on right onto Jay White until he knees him in the gut. This is where then he tried to put him in the upper right side. This is where he tried to go for a knife edge chop, but this is where it didn't work again. Almost double curse. But this is where Dante Martin started hitting knife edge chop of his own, which Gunther was probably not happy wherever he was at. And he put him on the top on number 3, I guess, for now. But it could easily change because anything goes. Everything's in the wild card, considering that he's no longer the IC champion anymore. So he's not going to set his sights on only the Rainmaker. Well, in general, like he'll do this in general, like he would still do this, like still have this envy list for anybody that's on the roster that decided to do the chop in the match. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White, then Irish Whip, Dante Martin, then the Irish whip him right into the lower left side. This is where he tried to go for an attack, but he gets kicked right into the face. This is where then we got Dante Martin hitting a knife edge chop onto him. This is where Jay White tried to go for chops, but it seemed like he's having not so much good luck. Even though like he had them in I got a right spot at the right time, but it's just not exactly the right time to do it in a way with considering that Dante's keep moving out of the way. This is where we got Dante Martin kicks him right in the gut. They're thirsty. Oh, be careful. This is where then we got Jay White to try to go for arm drag, or he did the arm drag right onto his Dante. Okay, excuse me for a moment. Okay. Okay, sorry, SNA fans, I'm back here. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White then picks up Dante. This is where they start finally hitting knife edge chop. Guaranteedly. This is where then Jay White start hitting chops repeatedly, chop after chop after chop, until he tags in Austin Gunn once he got Dante Martin in the headlock. This is where we got Colton Gunn get tagged in to start stomping on this Gunn. This is where they were counting like 1, 2, 3 until he got the 3. This is where we got Colton Gunn to try to hit a clothesline or a right hand to his brother Darius, but he ducked right out of the way, right on time. This is where he nearly got in to try to confront him, but this is where he stopped himself so he wouldn't draw no attention to the referees. And if you do that, then this is where the Bullet Club Gold, or now the Bang 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 Gang, will have the advantage of doing a 3-on-1 disadvantage on their teammate Dante. Here's where we got. But that's where he then put Dante Martin right to the right side. He tags in his brother Austin Gunn. This is where he put him through the right side to the left side, kicks him in the gut with Austin Gunn kneeing him right to the face from the top rope. This is where we try to go for a pin on the Dante, but this is where Dante kicks out at 2.1. This is where we got Austin Gunn. This is where then he try to pick up Dante Martin. This is where fans were chanting "ass boys, ass boys," all thanks to the acclaim of calling them that word. This is where we got this is where Jay White to start ramming ramming the ribs right on from Dante Martin right into the bottom right side. This is where he started saying like bang bang and start metaphorically shooting him right into the head. This is where Jay White was like, okay, I gotta tag you like without palm to palm, just point the guns up, and this is where they did. This is where they tagged. I don't know how that's a powerful tag maneuver, but it's where it got Colton Gunn in the ring, hit a suplex right onto what's his name, Dante Martin. This is where I go for a pin, but we got a 2.6 count. This is where then he drags. This is where they got the guns up again. This is where Colton Gunn got Dante back up. This is where he tags in Austin. This is where they stomp him right in the gut. This is where then he got control of him. And this is where he ties him from the right. On the right side to the left side to the right side. This is where we got Dante Martin elbows Jay White out of the ring. This is where Austin Gunn trying to close on him out, but he gets kicked right into the face by Dante Martin. This is where we got Colton Gunn to try to attack Dante Martin when he knocked down both his teammates. But this is where he gets hit with the right hand. This is where we got. But this is where Jay. But this is where we got what's his name, Dante Martin, then dodge out of Austin Gunn's strike, tag, get the hot tag to his big brother Darius Martin. This is where he started hitting some comeback moves. This is where he gut busters him. This is where he then goes for a springboard. What's that, running bulldog with him going on the outside, being kind of like how Naomi did like yesterday with Tiffany Stratton. He went all the way out rather than just hanging onto the middle ropes. This is where we got him going into the middle of the ring. This is where we got. This is where he tried to go for a springboard maneuver, but this is where we got Colt. What's it? This is where we got Colton Gunn to try to distract Dante Martin, but he kicks him out of. No, it was Austin Gunn. This is where he no, don't go too high for that birdie bird. This is where we got. That's where he kicks Austin Gunn right out of his way. This is where we got what's his name? Dante Martin hit a rolling senton right onto Austin Gunn. This is where we got this is where we got what's his name? This is where we got Darius Martin then hit the springboard flatliner right on the Austin Gun. Oh no, Colton Gunn. No, it was Austin. Yeah, I'm right. Colton Gunn that we saw Dante Martin roll over. I guess I was right in the first. But anyway, this is where we got him trying to go for a pin on Austin, but Austin got the shoulder up at 2.3. This is where we got Darius Martin to try to go for a sliding dive right onto Austin. But this is where we got Jay White saving the day, making sure that what's his name? Austin Gunn did not get hit. I'm sorry, like we need to get that fixed soon. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White to hit a big clothesline from hell right up the right side. This is where we got Jay White then throw Darius Martin back in the ring. This is where then Jay White then do is beating right onto Darius Martin. I'm not sure if I can do this right now, Birdie Bird.
Oh.
I'm so sorry. I'm a fix it. But this is where we got but next up we got this is where we got Jay White in the ring. This is where he then starts striking. I'm not sure if I can do this, Birdie Bird. See, every time I try, it's not
We
gonna.
need tape.
Maybe, but I'm not sure if that can even help it out because even if you try, it's still gonna be loose. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White and
Maybe I call Grandpa on my phone. And
this is where we got some.
help from my
Perhaps so, but I bet he's probably going to bed, Birdie Bird. But anyways, to you guys, this is where we got.
No,
This is where we start
I
seeing
saw
wrestling.
him.
Okay, get your phone.
You can get my phone.
I gotta do the podcast. Bird.
No, do it. Please.
Okay. Trey, are you all right? Be careful. Are your arm okay? I'm just trying to move you.
Oh, my God.
Why do you want me to do this right now? Which one you want to call?
Grandpa.
Which one? Make it kind of specific.
This one.
Are you sure it's this one?
And then there's that grandpa.
Hello? Oh, sorry about that. I got the wrong number.
Yeah, one number. That was Daddy. I called Daddy that time.
Which one you?
Grandpa.
I think he's in bed right now.
Mommy, I called Daddy.
Okay, call him. Can you have mommy help you out with that? I mean, not mommy. Your grandmother help you out? No, not that one. Okay. Okay. Anyway, this is where we got Jay White and maybe we can wait until he calls back. But anyway, this is where we got Jay White then get the arm drag by Darius Martin. This is where we got the Gun Brothers then coming in for the aid of the Switchblademan. This is where then they try to go for a double team onto Dante Martin, double Irish whipping him right to the bottom right side corner. I think she's just as busy as Daddy is right now. We can call them as soon as Uncle Super Ninja Austin gets done. Okay? Can you watch your Ryan's World right now?
No.
Not us.
Not that one.
Okay.
No, that's my arm.
This one right here. Anyways, back here with the review video. This is where as well I was saying, this is where we got Austin Gunn, Irish Whip his brother Colton Gunn right onto Darius Martin, but he moved right out of the way smartly. This is where we got what's his name? Colton Gunn and hits a big dive and hit his face hard right onto the turnbuckle in Dolph Ziggler inspired fashion. This is where we got Dante Martin to go for jumping springboard right onto tagging in Action Andretti. This is where then you get with a hot tag. This is where it hits his comeback move with a forearm and an elbow strike, and then this is where we got an elbow strike right onto Colton again. This is where we got then Action Andretti then Irish whip him right to the upper to the bottom. This is where I try to go for a springboard cutter. This is where we got this is where he goes for a kip up right onto right on, like after doing the springboard back elbow strike right onto the guns. This is where then he Irish whip. This is where he got up. This is where he pointed out Austin Gunn in the upper right. This is where it's a big elbow strike right into the face of Austin. But this is where once he got right onto Austin, this is where he spotted his brother Colton trying to attack him. But this is where he moved right out of the way, springboarding right over the top rope, right to the right side of the apron. This is where Austin or Colton Gunn accidentally hits his own brother. This is where then both fell right into the ground. This is where we saw Action Andretti then hits a springboard split leg and moonsault and a step up enziguri. This is where then we got a Spanish fly right onto this is where right onto Austin Gunn. This is where we try to go for a pin, but this is where we got Austin Gunn then kick out. He's out of it at 2.3, I believe. Right, which this is where after hitting the Spanish fly right onto Austin, this is where then we got an Action Andretti then go for try to drag in Austin Gunn. But this is where we got Jay White and Colton Gunn then grab onto what's his name onto Austin's upper part while what's their name Darius Martin had the lower half of his legs. But this is where, like, once he let go of that, this is where we got them. We pulled them out. They got what they wanted, but this is where it distracted them because they did not know what Top Flight had in mind, which we saw. We saw not Darius Martin. It was Action Andretti. My bad. Like that was pulling on to the lower half of Austin Gunn. This is where we got Dante Martin and hit a diving senton right onto all the Bang 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 gang members. This is where we got. This is where then we got. This is where we got what Austin Gunn then got back in the ring. This is where we saw Dante Martin then try Irish whip Austin Gunn into the left side, but this is where we got a reversal by Austin threw him instead in the left side. But this is where he gets leap right from his brother. This is where he did a leap dodge right on the Austin Gunn. This is where we got. This is where then we got Darius Martin and hit a tornado DDT right onto Austin Gunn with him putting his arm around his head, and this is where he uses his foot to kick around, spin around, DDT's Dante Martin right into the ground. This is where we got Action and Trey try to go for a shooting star press. This is where he try to go for a pin. This is where we got Austin Gunn kicking out nearly at the last second, but only at 2.7. This is where we got Jay White and a Colton Gunn and Irish whip, Dante and Darius Martin of the Top Flight right to the right side. This is where we got Action and Drake then hit a leg sliding baseball slide kick right into the face of the Bang Bang Gang. This is where then he goes right up on the top rope. This is where we got try to go for a top rope maneuver. This is where we got Jay White then trips over Darius Martin right onto the upper right side, like tripping him over and hitting him right into the family jewels. Which I was thinking to myself, like hopefully he wasn't planning on starting a family soon. Like whether if he has a girlfriend or a wife or any kind of significant other, like at this time in some kind of relationship, because it seems like he's not going to have a family with that special individual not until the next 14 days like usual. But this is where we got Jay White then grabs onto him. This is where he didn't try to go for the Blade Runner, but luckily one of Action Andretti's teammates of Top Flight, Dante Martin, then came for the save and then tried to go for a springboard crossbody right onto the switchblade. But unfortunately, it was halfway in vain, but not entirely, because he was doing it just to distract the switchblademan. But this is where he caught him. This is where he goes for a spinning Uranagi slam right onto Dante Martin. This is where Darius Martin to try to charge right after Jay White. Jay White, this is where he try to go for a Uranagi slam, but he gets arm dragged by Dante. This is where once the guns came in the ring, this is where as soon as Darius Martin got back up, but he got caught up with a what's that, the double team, that flapjack flatliner of the guns. This is where then we got Jay White then go for a dragon suplex, and then but this is where Action Andretti flips right out of it. He was still back on his feet. This is where we got him going for a pump kick with Jay White along with a super kick to follow it up. This is where we got him hitting a middle missile drop kick right into the bottom left side like if he was Finn Balor. This is where then Action Andretti then go right up on the bottom corner ropes. Is where he tried to go for a springboard 450 splash, but this is where we got Jay White then move out of the way. This is where we got Action Andretti then run right charge into the bottom corner side. Once Jay White tried to go for a clothesline, but he goes for a springboard front foot and the back elbow. But this is where he got intercepted and caught by Jay White with a Blade Runner right into the middle of the ring. 1, 2, 3. And the winner of this match, and they are the undisputed AEW Trios champions, the Bang 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 Gang. And I want to give a ginormous congratulations to get the win and then earn and continue their privileges as your new maintain their privileges and don't worry about defending their trios titles like in a future match against the Top Flight, even though they were so close of winning, but yet they didn't they couldn't get the full job done, but yeah, this deserves the fourth best match of the night, Mark. The third best match. That's the fourth. I mean, the third best. Like, but I would give it like first or second. Like, if it wasn't for the Swerve Stroke versus Claudio Castagnoli, and I believe Thomas Tony Storm versus Anna Jay. No, I think that was the fourth best match of the night. But what was second? But only one way to find out. Like, we're just gonna have to keep talking about what else went down on the AEW collision. But let's move on. But let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on this match. Do you think it deserves the second or the third best match of the night? Which I'm giving it the third place mark. But moving on, we're gonna go. Oh yeah, no, it was Ray Phoenix taking on what's his name? It was Ray Phoenix in action, yeah, like with against that other guy that's from CMLL. With him, yeah, entering the ring with Alex Abrahantes. This is where we got the Beast Mortos. The Beast Mortos, yeah. This is where, yeah, this match definitely delivered as well. Like looking like some kind of a mid card championship match, like at a pay per view. The way they were fighting, so good. And too bad that Ray Phoenix is no longer a mid card champion, like in AEW, with him having a short reign with the international championship for like a good couple weeks, because John Moxley got legitimately injured and got concussed during that match. But anyway, this is where we got the Beast Mortos, then threw what's his name, Ray Phoenix, right against up the lower right corner of the turnbuckle. This is where then he hits. That's where he tried to hit the clothesline right on the Ray Phoenix, but Ray Phoenix dodged out of the way, started hitting some slaps and chops, which earned him the number 5 spot of Gunter's Envy. Here's where he tried to go for repeated chops, but it did not phase the Beast Mordo. This is where then he did the knife edge chop right into his chest. And then this is where Motos was like, yeah, like in case nobody did not know the moment before, well, now you do. And then yeah, he was this he had a luchador mask that looked like some kind of a ram demon, like in the face of it, which is more likely like a ram beast, I guess you could say. But yeah, I never heard about this guy before, but not until now with AEW bringing this guy in to face Ray Phoenix. And yeah, he's a very talented individual. Like wherever he's from, like whether it's CMLL or AAA, more probably likely CMLL. Considering AEW made their deal, made a recent deal with Triple H, Triple A's rival promotion. This is where we got a. This is where then we got. This is where then we got the Beast Mortos and throw Irish Whip. What's his name? Ray Phoenix right into the top corner. This is where he did go for a springboard crossbody. This is where we got the Beast Mortos. Then got him in a what's that power slam? But this is where we turned it follows it up with a what's that power slam? What's that Uranagi slam maneuver? But this is where Ray Phoenix then flips out into an arm drag. But this is where he turns him around sideways, and this is where we got. This is where then we got what's his name? Mortos then try to go for a pinwheel roundhouse kick right into the face. This is where Ray Phoenix then duck out of the way. This is where he goes for a slide swinging what's that slide swinging middle rope maneuver. This is where he tried to go for a roundhouse kick, but this is where we got. This is where then we got what's his name? what's his name? Oh yeah, the Beast Motos then flips out of it right over the top rope. This is where he does the backflip. This is where and this is where he goes for a power slam right onto Ray Phoenix. This is where then he got back on his feet. He's like, yeah, like my Motos rules. And then this is where this is where we got Ray Phoenix then go on the outside. And they're chanting Lucha, like if the Lucha House Party were still active in WWE. This is where then, this is where he hits the diving rolling pin or corkscrew suicide version of a suicide dive right onto Ray Phoenix right on the outside. This is where then he was like, there's no way, and this is where he started doing a claw like of a grab. This is where he's like nobody's not ready for Mortos, because I am the Mortal. And then this is where he throws Ray Phoenix back in the ring. This is where he tried to finish him off, but this is where he gets intercepted by Ray Phoenix. This is where then he gets kicked right into the head. This is where he when he Irish whipped him right to the upper. This is where then we got This is where then we got what's his name? The Beast Mortos. Like then there's a spinning slinging what's that arm drag with a following up with a discus lariat. This is where then he was back on his feet. This is where he's like start screaming like if he really was a bull or not a bull, or if they really was like some kind of beast like a ram like beast creature. Just where then he was like, like I give all my powers to my ancestor of my species from centuries ago. This is where then he tried to go for a pinfall onto Ray Phoenix, but the Lucha one half of the Lucha Bros kick out at 2.7. This is where then the Beast Mortos was like, oh come on, like this. And that should have been 3. And this is where the referee's like I'm like, yeah, like maybe, but unfortunately that's not the case. Because he just kicked out of this move, so yeah, you're just gonna have to try again. And this is where he's like, okay, I will. And this is where he hits him with a leg DDT. Soon after he started mocking Ray Phoenix and his brother Penta's manager Alex Abrahantes. Okay, I'll be right there. Excuse me for a moment. What do you want Uncle Super Ninja Austin to do? All right. Do you want to watch this episode? Which one do you really want to watch? This one? This one to the right? Let me know which one to watch. Come on. Mumbai? Where is it? Okay. Hope you enjoy your show. Okay. All right. Anyway, SNA fans, this is where we got what's his name? The Beast Mortos then try to put his leg wrapping around Ray Phoenix's leg. This is where we got him try to go for a sharpshooter, but this is where Ray Phoenix counters out of it. This is where he try to go for falling it up into a drop kick, but he gets slammed back in the ground. This is where we got him trying again. This was a guaranteed this time, which I believe this was like a reverse version of the sharpshooter, where him standing the opposite way where Ray Phoenix was on his back, but he spun around like some kind of a human rolling pin, and this is where he start bending his legs where you wish that you cared not to be bending. Like that's where he starts screaming like somebody's trying to amputate his 2 legs. And I was like, oh no, let's hope he doesn't do this, because Ray thinks without his walking devices, he's gonna be SOL. That's where we but luckily Ray Phoenix grabs onto the ropes, and and the Beast the Beast what's his name? Mortos, luckily had to let go of it. This is where we got Ray Phoenix rolling out of the ring, but he's stalking right out of there. But this is where Ray Phoenix hit a big right hand right into the face of Mortos, but he responded back with a big slap right across Phoenix's face, right into the left side of his face. This is where then he picks up the one half of the Lucha Bros. This is where then he go for a sleeper right or like a sleeper maneuver. More likely, like trying to rip off his luchador mask, like out of disrespect. This is where then the referee's like, "You gotta come in there, or else you're gonna be counted out." This is where he was like, "Whatever, like you can count all you want, but it's not gonna intimidate me." This is where this is where he made the referee redid the count just to piss off the referee, but it seemed like he did not budge a bit, like after doing a little provocation, like if that's even a word. But this is where we got Mortos then grabbed on to Ray Phoenix. This is where he then throw him right face first right onto Rita the ring post in the upper left side. This is where he got onto the ramp. This is where he got back in the ring, but this is where we got Ray Phoenix got the shoulder up at 2.8 as soon as he hit the ground. He's going to and then start trying to rip off the mask of Ray Phoenix so he can see what he looks like under there. This is where the referee's like, "Hey, you cannot do that here. Like that's illegal in a match like for the luchador, and plus that's a sign of disrespect." And this is where he's like, and then this is where the beast Mortos was like, "Oh yeah, like says who?" And then this is where like says me and the rules of All Elite Wrestling to our boss, Mr. Tony Khan, and that's where we got Mortos like I don't give a damn about you or this company or Tony Khan, just like those guys that claim to be the EVPs around here. But no one's not gonna tell me what to do, especially in this company that brought me in here to have this very big deal match against Ray Phoenix and show that I'm the better luchador of the night.